Hello, hello, hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 11. It is called It's Going to Get Even More Intense. That title does not make me feel stressed out at all. I'm not going to waste any time with the intro right now. I've been looking forward to this all week. So let's just jump straight in. See what's gonna go down. I feel like things are gonna get much worse before they get better. Oh! Another one! Fuck. Okay, when I said things were going to get worse before they get better, I didn't think immediately. Not nervous at all. Elegant as fuck. Whoa. What a battle suit too.
ここのアリはかなり硬いですね。問題なくアリを殺しているようだが。藤島のメガネ。まさか。この花をつく匂いは。
Oh, it's Natsu. I think I looked it up last week. It's Natsu and the Wanderers VA. Love him.
ここまでのものは嗅いだことがない。チャーリーとの連絡はまだついていない。何かあったのか。他人の心配してる暇ないよ。今度はちゃんと戦い。
Hey, I love that the two that I picked out as my favorites are together in a team.
では手はず通りによろしくお願いしますよ。人類最終兵器殿。心得ています。
I love that glow.
今日はすべて出し切るしかないみたいですね。
You don't say.
この虫けらども一匹残らず殺してやる。
あれがベク社長の魔獣か。俺の後ろにいてください。これから激しくなりますよ。
Oh, yeah, it is. He said it. He said the thing. Okay, honestly, the fact that they're like live streaming this is kind of stupid. You want to incite mass panic? I don't know how this thing usually works, so this is just my... I know that... like, on mainstream news, everyone's watching. Shit can go so wrong so fast. Do they remember what happened last time? Just anything could happen. Just imagine if they saw that scene where people were losing their heads. I just don't think that's something that you put on mainstream news. Like, it has to be some kind of... I don't know. It just seems very dangerous. Like, mass panic is not something you mess with. I believe that people should know the truth, but maybe not all at once. With zero censor, like, just there are children watching this, maybe, you know? joking. I don't know how the rules work for this kind of stuff, but this just feels like the appetizer. Ah, the healer. No, stop making him like, and then he's so happy and hopeful and good, and then he's gonna get his head chopped off too. And she's not even the worst part. She's calling that. Maybe. It's just... It's not even the main boss. No! It's not! You don't know! Oh, he's gonna die. She called it, she called it, she called... Oh, he's a goner. Oh, they're building it up. Oh, they're gonna... Really? You're gonna tear my heart out like this? Really? Oh, it's gonna eat her. Oh, it's gonna absorb her. Oh my god! I thought he was cut in half. Like, for real. Honestly, I think he's not chopping off their heads outright because he's mad they killed his mother. So he's fucking with them right now. I think. He'll know that. Oh my god. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew. Everyone knew it. Right in front of this thing is toying with them. Could have chopped their heads off. Oh, that's... Oh, he's messing with you. Wow.
さあ逃げてこの野郎お前たちは弱いお前たちの王はどこだ王外いるつわものが
Is he there? Did he... Because he was watching too, right? If everyone was freaking watching, he was watching too. Because his mom and his sister were watching. So did all of this air? That's wild. Right in the street. Children saw that. Maybe.
定期連絡が遅くなっているようだが
視聴者が出ました。
おおそれは予期せぬ展開だなリスク回避のため編集の駆除しか指示してないのだろう
単にこいつらが弱いだけです。
はいですがつい先ほど妨害電波が無力化され外のアリが女王の巣に戻っていくのを確認しました
それで彼らがそこから生き残る確率は
あの戦力では 0% です行け
了解
凄まじく鋭いオーラ
お前が王か
I think it's Gara's voice.
アリが喋るとはなおうそうだ私が王だ
Maybe...
なんだこの魔力
Maybe the prince.
前にも味わったことがある
King is busy elsewhere.
あれは
ジェジョインもっと火力を上げてくれ無茶言わないでくださいこれが限界なんです全員が致命傷を負っている立ち向かえるだけの余力がない頼みの綱の血ももうここまでかおなんだこの黒い兵士は
交換
And now, cue the memes where it starts with that scene and ends with him saying,
交換
every single week I see the same memes where it's like the start of the episode, you blink, and then the end of the episode. Stuff like that. So funny. Oh my god, that was brutal. Don't get me wrong. Once again, I want to emphasize that I don't think that the general society needs to be ignorant of what's going on, but showing a live stream is still wild to me. Like, I know that there's bad shit happening all around the world at every second. You know, people are shooting each other, stabbing each other, raping each other, starving. But if we can go read about it anytime we want, we can try and do things to, you know, as much as we feel to put something good back into the world, help those who need it. But if we were to watch those, the wildest shit happen live in front of us, I think it would break society. Like, we're not mentally, the average person is not mentally equipped to deal with that, maybe. And there's nothing wrong with that. Once again, not promoting ignorance. A healthy understanding of the truth of the world and what's going on is important. Critical thinking, reading multiple sources, everything is important. But watching live streams of a literal war, I think the average person is not really equipped to handle that level of knowing what's going on, seeing heads flying, arms being chopped off. And you need the people on the front lines, you need the people at home to stay sane so that they can, keep general life also moving. Food being planted, harvested, shipped, prepared, consumed, buildings being built, software being developed, all kinds of stuff for the society we have to run smoothly. A lot of people need to be doing what they're doing. But I think that a large portion of society would break down if we were faced with that kind of stuff. Like what really is going on the front lines, all the worst parts of the world. I feel like we'd feel so hopeless. We wouldn't be able to manage our day-to-day lives, and then society, as we know it, will just fall into ruin. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Even watching a freaking fictional people getting their heads torn off is not freaking. But at least it's just drawings. That's what I need to tell myself. Man, they did not hold it back. And still there will be people that complain. Ooh, something super funny that I heard, or it's not funny, but I keep getting comments about people shitting on my scoring system and saying that episode was objectively better than that episode, and that the visuals there, and then they disagree with my scores, and I'm like, you can share your score without just shitting on mine. It's fine. But the funniest example for me of that is that the recent episode that was one of the best ones where Jen is finally able to wake his mother with the healing potion thing. That amazing episode that most people would say is, well, most people that I've talked to would say it's one of the best episodes. But it has the most dislikes of any other episode in the whole show or something like that. Which just, I don't care. People don't have to like it. But what's funny to me is that there are people who think that scores are supposed to be objective when people can literally have two completely opposite feelings. Some people love that episode and some people hate that episode. Like, it's just opinions. But I talked about it last week, so I won't talk about it too much again. It's just that I keep getting those comments. That's funny. Wow, the title really downplayed it. It's going to get more intense. The episode should have been titled, "Holy fuck, it's going to get so much fucking more intense shit. Everyone is gonna die." Maybe if it was like that, I would be mentally prepared. It's no longer than your average light novel title. Could have made it that. But wow, 94,000 likes. And it came out today. Oh, and that ending. Last week. Last week I was thinking about a lot of the voice actors and trying to pinpoint, and I'm not sure which ones I did end up looking up. Natsu, I think I looked up his VA, but the ant guy, I'm hoping it's Gara's VA, but I don't know yet. So, but I'm gonna look it up because I'd be pretty happy if I guessed it right based on. No, but I don't know the ant's name yet. Maybe I shouldn't look him up. I called him Seru last week because I'm currently in the Cell DBZ arc. And there's a lot of parallels because obviously it's been inspired by the same way that I'm pretty sure Hunter x Hunter as well has an arc inspired by Seru. And so, let me see. I wonder if his VA would be listed yet. What if I do this? Gara. Gara is also Katsura's VA. Yep. There he is. Oh my goodness. You know, sometimes I'm really bad at it, but I'm glad that sometimes the voice just jumps out at you. I love it when that happens. He's also Luoka in Honkai Star Rail. And Ayato in Genshin Impact. I completely forgot. I don't play enough Genshin anymore. I'm gonna get back to it. For those of you that don't know, I do have a channel, Anime-chan Games, if you do want to see a little bit of gameplay. But mostly I play live, and this is just kind of like to save my gameplay. Wait, this is the manga channel. Where's the games channel? Oh, here. So I'd more recommend joining me live for the gameplay, but it's just for fun. The episode was, I think, a 10 out of 10. It was the way that they made certain parts feel like when they were defeating the Ant Queen. They made it feel like this is, look at this. This is the boss fight. This is them winning. This is the end. This is the climax. And if it were any other show, it probably would have been the climax, defeating the queen and whatnot. And, but this is not just any show. It was, I just kept thinking while she was going all out, they were all going all out. I had this feeling, and I'm sure everyone had this feeling of dread. Like, this is because, and that's genius directing, I guess, because they showed us like literally how quickly these other hunters, and remember our hunters faced off against them, and they didn't do too well. So my point is, they showed those hunters, if I remember correctly, they showed those hunters' heads being chopped off in a second. So the whole, that was the preface. And then we got this whole boss fight. We're winning. We're beating the queen. This is the end game scene. Like, that's the mood I got. On purpose, they were doing that because for us as the viewers that have seen what else is out there, it just creates this feeling of dread. Like, you can't even celebrate with them. Everyone was watching on the news and they were screaming like, woo, the queen is dead, yeah. And we're just sitting here like... And then, thank God, he didn't outright just chop their heads off too. But it was mainly, I think, because his mom, the queen or whatever, they killed the queen. So he was angry. It was angry. So he didn't want to outright kill them. He wanted them to suffer. He wanted them to bleed out, to feel, you know? Because if you chop someone's head off, I don't know if they feel anything for how long, but it's a pretty quick death, maybe. But he wanted those ones to suffer. Hopefully... Oh, but he didn't know. But he didn't know about the shadows. Thank God. Wow, the way that she got knocked. Every bone in her body is like... That was just... I don't have any... I can't... It was a... And still, what makes these episodes so good is that it's all build up for Jin. You know, it's all just... And it's just... Yeah. Anyway. 10 out of 10 from me. Just because... Well, if I really had to look for something to criticize, compared to some other episodes, I think the visuals could have been better. But that's only because... Of course, they're gonna give the main character the most peakest of peak. Like, the visuals were amazing, but whenever it comes to Jin, it's like they go all out. So just by comparison, it seems like, you know, the visuals are like, oh, this is not as good as it has gotten. But that's because, hello. But really, there's no, well, let me do this like this. There was one or two literally split seconds where I felt like that didn't look great, but it was one like split second. And wait, this was episode 10. I gave a 9.8 and people were mad about it. And then this is episode 11. And I would say, let me zoom out a bit. I would add an enjoyment category. And another, sorry, not enjoyment. Enjoyment means how much was I personally invested in it, how much. So it's very subjective. As you can see, my categories are, art in general is subjective. That's obvious. But I want to add a category for direction because I feel like that specifically, usually it counts for me within story, like the flow of the story, not just the content of it. But I feel like sometimes I need to make a point of singling out direction when I feel like it deserves it. So, so here's my very personal opinion. If you have a different score, feel free to share what your score is instead of just crapping on mine and telling me why my opinion is wrong. I feel like you sound, oh well, just don't do that. Story 10 and direction 10. Characters 10. Wow, they really went at it with that healer guy. They really made him so like, oh, he didn't want to be there, but then he came and he was so positive and he like, didn't just chop his head off, put his hand claw thing right through his chest and used his words against, that was wild. Visuals, I would say 9.8, near perfect. Audio 9.8. Enjoyment / investment 9.9. Yes, my scores are ridiculous. I listen to like this is how it feels. So you either agree or you don't agree. The reason it's 9.9 is because Jin was only at the end, okay? Next episode will be 10 out of 10 for enjoyment because average score, those ones, and that gives us an overall 9.9 for episode 11 and the most likely episode 12 because this is build up. So it went from a 9.8 to a 9.9. What do you think the next one's gonna be? A 10 because it keeps building on each other. That's the intention, most likely. My patience is I need to set in the patience again because now we have to wait another week before we get the next episode, but I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.